Somebody said it looked a lot like a 1950s airline logo, and I was like, I kind of see that. There's Breonna Stewart. I can't make heads or tails of what that shit's supposed to be. Asia Wilson, okay.
Finally, after months of seeing Nike celebrate other players but not the one many call the face of the WNBA, Caitlin Clark has revealed her own signature logo. The reaction across the league shows clear jealousy, spreading like heat in a Vegas summer.
So this just happened a few minutes ago, and it was a long time in the waiting. Many fans were wondering where Nike has been with any Caitlin Clark merchandise whatsoever, but developing a signature logo and a signature shoe does take time. So without further ado, here is Caitlin Clark's official Nike signature logo. There is a statement that says, Caitlin's signature logo pulls you in like her game. It features interlocking C's. Her mark is emblematic of ever-expanding range.
AJA Wilson seemed secure as Nike's top star with her own shoe deal, but now Nike has given Caitlin Clark something even bigger, a personal logo that's making millions and taking over the internet. The reaction has been intense, with fans arguing online and AJA showing clear frustration that people are comparing her to Caitlin's growing influence.
I've been telling y'all to stay patient. I've been telling y'all that Nike takes their time, that Asia Wilson's shoe deal was 2 years in the making, that Paige Beckers had PEs, not her own signature shoe, and that Caitlin Clark's was 100% coming. And people kept saying, oh, Nike fumbled the bag with Caitlin. It has to get out there. Nike fumbled the bag. No, they didn't. It takes time. She's got to develop a whole freaking product line. But they just announced, breaking news right now, we have a logo. That is the official Caitlin Clark Nike logo. And it's not just that. I mean, this is cool. Nike has just announced that a signature product line will be dropping soon, with signature shoes coming in 2026. Now, this is going to be her logo for all of her Nike stuff that is Caitlin Clark official stuff, just like we have the Asia Wilson line, where she has her logo on all of it.
Nike has just released Caitlin Clark's signature logo, and it feels like they're finally recognizing her as the real leader of women's basketball. The interlocking CS are more than just a design, they send a strong message to anyone who tried to overlook her while putting less popular players in the spotlight.
Alright, subtle commercial, nothing too crazy, no big bang. But here we go, folks. If we look at this right here, this is the Easter egg I'm talking about. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 billboards. 8 billboards. October, December, November, January, February, March, April, May, the start of the WNBA season. Is that when these shoes are gonna drop? Is that when these shoes are gonna drop in May? We know that come October, we're gonna get some merchandise, we're gonna get some apparel, but the shoes, they said, coming soon in 2026. How soon? May 2026?
Caitlin Clark, the player who brought women's basketball into the spotlight and fills arenas everywhere she goes, has finally received a signature logo that reflects her superstar status. Meanwhile, AJA Wilson is clearly upset about the attention Caitlin is getting.
A lot of people spend a lot of time and money and resources to be able to have an opportunity to come watch this team play or come watch me play, and I certainly understand that, and I try to make as much time as I can to sign an autograph, because that can really impact somebody's life. Who knows, maybe they're going to put that up in their room and look at it every single day and have something to dream about and something that they want to be one day. And being able to do that and take like I said, 10 seconds, it's the little things that really go a long way that impact young kids. So it's not something I take lightly at all.
Please subscribe. Nike just shook up the basketball world with Caitlin Clark's new logo. This isn't just a design, it's a cultural moment. When the interlocking CS hit the internet, the hype was so huge that Nike's servers struggled. The navy and yellow logo t-shirt released on September 1st even crashed their website within minutes.
Celebrate her logo debut with this soft cotton logo tee. And you know what's interesting about this design? It does look like they are interlocked, but if you kind of squint your eyes, it also kind of looks like a very dimensional one C in front of the other one. I don't know if that's just me. According to Nike, the shirt is available, but it's not available just yet, but you can be notified for when it does go on sale. I can only imagine it's going to get sold out.
The demand for Caitlin Clark's new brand is so high that it even made Jordan releases look small in comparison. Experts say her signature shoe line, set to launch in 2026, could bring in $100 to $150 million for Nike. Meanwhile, AJA Wilson has voiced her frustration, asking why she doesn't have a logo and pointing to her MVP awards. But the truth is clear, Caitlin Clark is now the face of women's basketball, and Nike is finally treating her like the superstar she is.
And a lot of people have been getting on Nike because they don't feel like they have been promoting Caitlin as much as they should. But I will say we have to give credit where credit is due. I feel like in the past month or so, they have been tweeting about Caitlin more. And then obviously with this shoe release, they made this super sick commercial to promote it. And of course, just today, Caitlin Clark's new Kobe PE shoe sold out in less than a minute. And I saw so many tweets about this, so many people who were so sad that they missed out on this shoe. I saw that there was this one Dick's store and people were lined up around the corner, like camping out trying to get the shoe. I also heard that Nike stocked about 14,000 of these, and that is an unconfirmed report, but they sold out in less than a minute. If that's any indication of what a Caitlin Clark signature shoe will do, I think Nike better continue to get on it and get ready to launch this brand for
The toughest part for AJA Wilson is that she's been with Nike since 2018 and only got her signature shoe deal in 2024, 6 years later. Meanwhile, Caitlin Clark secured a major deal and her own logo in her very first year. Wilson's A1 shoe barely made a splash, while Clark's logo reveal instantly went viral, breaking the internet and even crashing Nike's servers.
I lost all respect for AJ Wilson. I don't want to hear her opinions. I don't care what she has to say from this point on. When you keep a Nike deal 2 years in secret while you're spewing all that crazy stuff about Caitlin Clark in the Time magazine, read it. Read what she said in the Time magazine. Yet you had a Nike deal the whole entire time?
Critics are upset because Nike finally admitted what the numbers have shown for more than a year. Caitlin Clark is the reason WNBA viewership has skyrocketed. The league averaged 657,000 viewers per game, and 19 of the 22 games that drew over 1 million viewers featured her and the Indiana Fever. She didn't just boost interest, she completely changed it. Still, AJA Wilson wants equal treatment, even though her games haven't had the same cultural impact. The debate between Clark and Wilson quickly turned toxic, with some people ignoring the business side of it. Wilson, who had already secured a 6-year Nike extension, posted subtle shade on social media while knowing her own deal was coming. It all felt like manufactured drama meant to take attention away from the player who truly earned it.
Years, AJ Wilson truly co-created her new A1 signature basketball shoe and collection to ensure every detail is authentic to her and her community.
And guess who's speaking there? Good old Cheryl Swoops, who's part of Nike and knew the whole time too. So Cheryl Swoops spewing all that crap about Caitlin Clark. Yeah, you knew that AJ Wilson's going to be coming out with a shoe deal, with a collection and everything.
Here's the real issue bothering AJA Wilson. 4 months she's had to watch Caitlin Clark dominate headlines and land major brand deals, even while injured and not playing. Clark's new logo has only strengthened her position as Nike's top star, while Wilson feels overlooked. She may have MVPs and championships, but she hasn't been able to generate the same cultural impact that Clark creates just by being in the spotlight. Wilson believed that success on the court automatically made someone the face of the league, but Nike's decision proved otherwise. Clark's bold interlocking CS logo instantly became iconic, while Wilson's design was forgettable, making the difference between the two impossible to ignore.
Somebody said it looked like Chanel, I said it looked like Gucci, but whatever it is a luxury sports brand. I can't think of very many luxury sports brands. Guys, yeah, do you, like, I'm a fashion guy. And I understand what Nike is doing. Nike is trying to get into the luxury brand style, the luxury department style, almost a little bit getting out of sporting. If they successfully do this has never been done. Never.
Nike has finally shifted its focus and is going all in on Caitlin Clark, their biggest star. Her new logo isn't just a piece of branding, it shows that Nike understands the cultural force she has become. Clark isn't just another WNBA player, she's a phenomenon who attracts families, kids, men who never watched women's basketball, and casual fans who are now loyal supporters. She's expanding the sport's reach in ways no one else has. The interlocking CS feel natural because she's been tied to Nike since college, calling it her basketball home. With her signature shoe expected in 2026, experts predict it could generate $100 to $150 million and set records in women's sports marketing. In comparison, AJA Wilson's A1 shoe launch earlier this year got polite attention but nowhere near the same excitement.
I think one of the reasons Nike's stock is dropping is how badly they dropped the ball with the female phenom, AJA Wilson. I think one of their experts should have had more foresight about her trajectory into being the best women's basketball player in the world, and they should have given her a signature shoe probably 2 years ago. Regardless of the sudden burst of media interest in the WNBA, thanks to the likes of Angel Reese and Caitlin Clark, AJA is a proven winner and one of the brightest spots in all of basketball. The fact that AJA's shoe deal emerged into the media after Caitlin's deal was already publicized gives reactionary vibes instead of...
Caitlin Clark's $28 million, 8-year deal with Nike is already being called the bargain of the century. Experts say Nike won't make their money back through shoe sales alone, but that's not the point. It's about tying their brand to the most magnetic athlete in women's sports. In contrast, AJA Wilson's 6-year extension is labeled as one of the richest deals in women's basketball, yet no one talks about its cultural impact. The difference is clear in the market. Clark's Kobe player exclusive shoes sold out in 5 minutes and resold for double the price, while her logo t-shirt launch crashed Nike's website. Meanwhile, Wilson's shoe announcements barely made a ripple on social media. The message is clear: the market has chosen Caitlin as its star.
Caitlin Clark's signature shoe sold out in minutes. It was here, and then it was gone. Poof. It reminds me of Mike Tyson back in the days. Don't go to the bathroom or the fight is over. You go, girl.
AJA Wilson's problem isn't talent, she's one of the most skilled players in the game. The issue is that she believes talent alone should equal cultural dominance. She can't understand why Caitlin Clark, even while injured for much of the season, generates more attention than her MVP campaign. She doesn't get why Nike gave Clark the kind of signature treatment she's been waiting 6 years to receive. But the numbers tell the story. Before Clark, the WNBA hadn't seen million-plus TV audiences in 16 years. Now her games average 1.09 million viewers compared to 414,000 for non-Clark matchups. Road attendance jumps 87% when she visits. Wilson's games draw interest, but nothing close to Clark's impact. What stings most is that Clark is achieving from the bench, landing endorsements, unveiling a logo, dominating marketing conversations, what Wilson couldn't do with 3 MVP awards. Compared to the cultural phenomenon Clark has become, Wilson's accolades feel overshadowed.
It's about time, Nike. Y'all have taken long enough. It should not have taken this long for you guys to get this stuff together. I don't know what the holdup was. Actually, I do believe I know what the holdup was. Y'all didn't want a bunch of people hating and mad and protest. All that. I know. I'm ready for this merch to drop. Cannot wait. The Caitlin Clark merch is going to be absolutely fire. The sneakers are going to be off.
Nike's decision to build Caitlin Clark's signature collection marks a major step in elevating women's basketball at the product level. In nearly 3 decades of the WNBA, only 12 players have ever had signature shoes, and now Nike is placing Clark in that elite group. The difference between her and AJA Wilson is striking. Clark's logo reveal created more buzz than Wilson's entire MVP campaign, and projections for her upcoming merchandise far exceed anything Wilson's line could reach. By treating Clark as a true centerpiece rather than just another athlete, Nike is setting a new standard for how women in sports are marketed. The numbers prove it. Clark's cultural and business impact is on another level entirely.
I really don't understand the need to lie. So there's a hype that AJA Wilson's shoes sold out in 5 minutes. I did some more fact checking. They only had 3,000 shoes, right? They're actually going to restock the shoe in 2 days on May 8th. Those are the facts. So the shoes aren't technically sold out. What they did was they put phase 1 of shoes to see if they sold. People bought it, and they're going to have another phase 2 on May 8th. So they're not technically sold out. Like, why people lie, bro? And I don't know who bought them.
While AJA Wilson tries to downplay Caitlin Clark's influence, Nike is cashing in on the most marketable athlete in women's sports. Clark's logo isn't just a design, it's Nike admitting what fans already knew: they struck gold with her. Wilson may have MVPs and championships, but Clark has something even more powerful: the ability to move markets, crash websites, and redefine women's sports marketing. Her logo is more than a symbol, it's a statement that the future of the WNBA belongs to Caitlin Clark, whether Wilson likes it or not.